Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BANDLAB Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. Today we've got GSideGMan and their track, Never Could Have Made It Without You. So, without further ado, to the lab!
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
To the lab! GSideGMan on BANDLAB at 7_7776 out of Johannesburg, South Africa, repping 765 followers. Their song Never Could Have Made It Without You. In the description it says Made in Logic Pro, published in BANDLAB South Africa. Nice. Let's take a listen. Ooh, triumphant.
Thank you, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Never would have made it.
Okay, it's an anthem, I get it. What a great hook. Getting us started with a bang. If you can, always start your song with the chorus. I'm telling you. You'll hear it in all the best stuff.
Me future door, but when me look them a so door. During them wish me have looking at them fresh, them a deadpan
Where are my
style.
lyrics, G-Side?
Deadpan hammer, me not deadpan hammer. We know them so fish, fast born in the streets. That came to decide. Someone that child that lost my breath, right inside by the streets. Every
Born
day
into
so
the
scary.
streets,
Or around me scanty
came into
cold.
this
The
side,
passion of Christ and the
lost
spirit
my
of child left me at the
birthright.
block.
I can definitely hear the story of struggle in this song. And then we come back to this hook. Never would have made it without you. Oh Lord. Sounds like we're talking about hardship turned into salvation and joy. And this beat is just nice and catchy, this heartbeat. That clap in there as well. And that shaker is a nice heartbeat. Keeps us moving to the next part.
Thank you, Father.
Good reprieve.
Thank you, God.
Some ad-libs.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Lord.
Great vocals. I really do like this.
Thank you, Father. Yeah, thank you, God, for everything that you've done to my life. Ndakasiya kumashure, ndangasiwa tiri napatama, but sina kana chokudya nechokupfeka. Una vakatisiya tiri vadiki, sina kana chokudya nechokupfeka. Mai vaenda nenyika, ndashaya chokupfeka, ndashaya chokudya, ndafamba nenzira, ndashaya chokupfeka. Ndapinda mabhiri, ndanonga chokudya, patona nasuna Mwari zvaita. Achinja zvinhu, ndakufamba ndakapfekawo, mari vana mari pazimu. Ona zvaita nasuno, takufamba takachengetedzwa naMwari, pasina dachashaya. Vazhinji vaushakuticha kuitika, patona zvaita Mwari. Ndafamba ndakapinzwa
From doing what I thought was right, doing what I need the whole time, and realizing that there was something better out there. And I never would have made it without you, oh Lord. But I could really hear that frustration in his voice, running us through, doing everything my way, nothing was ever going right. This is just an excellent feel-good track. You know what I see in this song? I see a lot of the joys of summer. Just driving with the top down, hands up in the air, letting the wind. You know how you do this out the window.
Say I hapana chandinoita but una nazvaita mwari
And you're
uno
just
takufamba takapfekeswa
driving
zvinhu
down that desert road.
una zvaita mwari uno mai vanga usina chekupfeka but una nhasi uno takutumira keshi paeco keshi tatopinda mari pamubank account zvachinja zvinhu hapasina zvachaita hapasina chaita nachatibata baba vakasisa mastriti rishaya nechekupfeka nechekudya tashaya taita zvekusekwa chokumbirwa takumbirwa nechekudya but una zvaita nhasi tenzi una tichinja majesa chinja mari yakupinda tine pese una vazhinji vakushati teka sei una mari yapinda zviro nhasi uno zvezachinja una zvaita mwari unoda kushaya nechekudya vasi vaishaya kuti chichaitika una vaifunga kuti hapana chatinowana but nhasi
Good
unotawana mari
transition. Back into the hook. This is really great because it rides this line between a sermon and a song. And regardless of where you stand right now in your beliefs, the idea of interspersing your beliefs into music is not new. And in fact, it's integral sometimes to giving that emotion to the listener. GSideGMan is really, really letting us know never would have made it without God. What an excellent track. Here's what's going on, and this is phenomenal. Every once in a while, I'll feature someone who does worship music or a spiritual track, something like that. And one thing that you'll notice that comes along with these ideals is whether you believe in them or not, typically the artist can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the secular world who is feeling things. Music makes us feel, and it transcends what we speak, what we know, and it helps us to feel instead. And sometimes that's what we need to come to the realization of things that maybe we did not see before. Something that I mentioned during the song, and I'll say now, is this kind of rides the line between a sermon and a song, where GSideGMan is putting all of his feeling into his sermon, or what we would call a testimony, just his story. Saying, this is my story. This is where I started. I never would have made it. This is where I ended up. I never would have made it. And it gets more and more intense because there is more and more understanding. It's like a normal human being. The more knowledge we gain, the more wisdom we have. If we're truly on fire for something, we just want to tell everyone. And when we tell people and we're passionate about something, that passion rubs off on other people. 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love in this track is the hook. This hook is all around drop top summer day, just cruising in the wind. The hook of this song comes around enough times for us to learn it, know it, love it, and get it stuck in our head by the end, right? So this hook is doing something really well. The second thing that I love about this track is that in this song, I've already mentioned how the intensity increases as the track continues, but the track behind it is also a star of this show. The relationship between the two of them, the intensity and the passion in the lyrics are great, but without the heartbeat of the kick and the shaker and the clap to bring us through, these were the right instruments and this was the right beat for this. The reason being, if you were to walk into a church on a Sunday morning or a worship gathering somewhere, you might see a cajon, a drum someone sits on and beats like that. Or you might see a shaker and you might hear people clapping. So all of these elements fit really well into the testimony or the music that we're hearing. That's why I like this track. So the 2 things, 1, that hook just brings us back around enough times to really get that locked in. And number 2, how the track conveys the correct atmosphere. This isn't some random beat on YouTube where someone believes they have something to say. This is a track with instruments that would be where you would hear this kind of music, and it all works together really well. The one thing I want more of, while I dig everything about this, the hook comes around enough times in this song that we need more variation for it. Now, whether that's in the form of a harmony, or whether it's in the form of some ad-libs, that have some different kinds of vocal processing, or whether at the very end or the very beginning, the hook is a telephone vocal where it's filtered. So instead of that really full, never would have made it, it's kind of got that, that's your telephone sound. Never would have made it. Oh Lord, right? And then it fades in from that telephone or that filtered vocal into a full sounding vocal. That gives us a little bit of variation and keeps us interested. I do very much enjoy our reprieve in the middle of the song that was almost like an altar call. It gave us a little bit of a break to get introspective ourselves about what we just heard. And even though we don't all speak the same language, you really can tell that there is a passion and a desire behind this to convey a message. And whether that message is understood or whether that message is felt, I think that it's a really great message. So thank you so much, GSideGMan. Everyone needs to head over to BANDLAB and follow at 7SEVEN_7776 from Johannesburg, South Africa. And don't forget to follow DJTatious on YouTube, BANDLAB, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, thanks for drinking coffee with me.